Good morning, everybody. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. I am up early. I am braiding my hair. You can see what it looks like when I'm done braiding it. I should be done by in a couple of hours. I do this quite effortlessly. So today I'm gonna braid my hair in one of my old familiar styles that I usually do when I'm bored and when I want to go ageless. Either way, either or. So while I'm braiding my hair, I say, you know what, I'm braiding my hair with my royal hair. Um, I'm going to do one of the old familiar styles. So while I'm braiding my hair, I'm like, okay, let me talk to you guys. Let me talk to this platform for a little bit about something you might understand. Regardless, it would be nice to discuss it because it's happening, whether you understand it or not. And that's the function of the world. Most things happen whether you understand it or not. Like you do not go to the mall every day and commerce is going on. It's the same thing that happens in the dimensions, in the spiritual world. Just because you don't participate does not mean the spiritual world does not exist. You know what I mean? You're gonna wake up on a Sundays, you're gonna go to church, but you may never ever reach your spiritual depth, your spiritual manifestation. Most people have a hard time manifesting in this world because they don't exist elsewhere, and most people only exist in this world, and you'll know it when you meet the people who destroy everything they do, everything in their path, and everything they see, everything they meet. That's how you know this person does not exist elsewhere. People who exist elsewhere, they know they have to be held accountable, you know. Um, what's happening right now is something worth discussing. Right now, there is energy warfare happening on the internet. Are you guys aware of that? Of the energy warfare? And let me tell you something that is so devastating for me. Not for you, darling. For moi. What is so devastating is that we are living in a world where niggers are really the commodity. Whether it be European niggers or it be melanated niggers. As we are speaking, what what we are missing truly is spiritual accountability, truly, because on one hand, we are in the USA and we see the African Americans, the divisions of them, the niggers of them, we see them marketing this lifestyle to the world. And then we see the Haitian people and we see a division of them become niggers. And we see them in their actions behave in the same ways as the niggers in the United States. This is not a joke, people. People are really living their best lives. They ain't no joking. You gotta really pay attention. When people tell you they're living their best lives, you gotta know. A lot of times it's destruction for you. It may be best for them because that's all they can produce. But it's destruction for you who may be balanced, who may be living outside of chaos. Because it seems like chaos is the commodity. Chaos is the currency. So, for the people who are using chaos as an aid, as a force to realize their own dreams, people do not understand that chaos is a force. And yes, there are people right now who are using chaos as a force to realize their own dreams, meaning that they send you into chaos and they watch you emit energy that they need to realize their own dream. Okay? They send you into chaos. I can give you a simple example of how someone can send you into chaos and then watch you display certain emotions. And while watching you display these emotions, these people are aware of those emotions. They were expecting you to display those emotions, and then they will grab those emotions to nurture whatever business they were doing, whatever deal they're working on, because they need the energy of chaos to make it happen. This is not a joke, people. Chaos is a force, and it is useful to some people. Right now, it is useful to a majority of people. So, when it comes to the Haitian niggers, what makes it more dangerous than when it comes to the niggers in the USA is that the Haitian niggers, they have access to the dimensions. They do. And they are utilizing their access to the dimensions to destabilize one another. And it's no longer a joke. The Haitian community is going through a terrible crisis right now because you have a bunch of Haitians who are mimicking exactly what African Americans do. But they are doing it, and in addition to mimicking the chaos, they are using the dimensions to destabilize one another. Hey, this is really, truly unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable. As I'm speaking of it, you may not even believe me. You may not even understand what I'm saying, but every person with a little bit of logic will understand what I'm saying. So if you don't, go buy yourself some logic. I think they sell that at Marshall's. Yeah. So I'll give you an example of how somebody can destabilize you with chaos, and then watch the energy you display and use that energy to profit their own cause. I'm gonna give you an example on a small level, and I'm gonna give you an example on a big level. Okay, guys? Okay, on a small level, let's say you become friends with somebody. You become friends with the person. Excuse me. Let's say you become friends with somebody. You become friends with the person, and the person suddenly involves you in a gossip situation where he said, she said. While the person involves you in a gossip situation, obviously with somebody else, and that person is in the middle, stirring the doodle with a stick. And while that person is stirring the doodle with a stick, they're watching you and they're laughing. They're watching you and the other person go at each other, and they're laughing. And that's exactly how it always happens when people are stealing energy. They will watch you with the emotions of the chaos they created, and they will laugh as you are going through it because they are collecting that chaos energy to profit their own stuff. It's a collection basket that they have. And so that's on a smaller level. On a bigger level, let's say somebody told you that a boy went into a school and killed 20 people, 20 kids. At the moment that you hear a boy went into a school and killed 20 kids, most humans, because we have kind hearts, at the moment we hear such awful news, we emit the energy, like our minds and our central nervous system emits a particular energy. Our it's like a aura. We emit that out of the emotion of feeling sad and pity and unbelievable, kind of emotion. Like, I can't believe it. It's like that type of emotion. And somebody's collecting all of that. And imagine that 20,000 people get this news that one boy went into a school and shot up 20 kids, 20 other kids. And imagine a million people get that news and a million people emit that type of energy, like, wow, unbelievable, like sad, like, wow. And somebody is on the sideline collecting all of these R's, all of these emotional responses, and somebody's collecting that to make something else work. Energy is never wasted. Energy is never wasted. People will collect your energy to make their other things work. So somebody might collect your energy to make their business work. They might collect your energy to make to as a form of marketing for whatever it is they're doing, like to bring attention to that. They might collect your energy for other things. You just really have to discern. You have to be the person to discern whether you're going to release that energy. So a person like me, like when I hear news that a boy, like if or when I hear news that a boy went and killed 20 others, I really don't have any energy to give to that situation because it has nothing to do with me. Like the only way a person can collect energy from me is if you get personal with me, and I don't let people get personal with me. You see, because I'm watching my energy, I'm watching what I'm dispersing it for, and who I'm dispersing it to. Because the person I'm dispersing it to may be waiting to just use that energy to profit his business, to profit his sadness. That person may be just sad, and then when they see me going through it, it makes them smile for 5 minutes. And for them, that's enough because they are living in a sad state. They'll take that little. You need a lot. They don't. Like the depth of the human, the level of human sadness, the level of human cruelty, the level of what a human will do, and that's why the Haitian is even a more dangerous nigger when he becomes a nigger, is because he understands that depth. He will push you to that depth. He will push you to that level. But on a bigger occasion, it's not the Haitian who collects on the million R's. So somebody else knows what we know. Somebody else is using the internet and the airways to declare warfare. It's not just the Haitian niggers who's doing it against each other. Somebody else knows this, and they know exactly what we know because we are seeing the media, the internet. It's the media who declares, who demands a million R's from you, not the Haitians. I'm just using the Haitians because I can see what they're doing to each other, and I watch it every day on the internet, what they do to destroy each other. Every now and then I see the result of the destruction. It's never nice, it's never pretty, you know? Yeah, it's never pretty. So the internet is more than you think. I remember one time over 20 years ago, I read a book. That book was over 700 pages long, but I was also caught up in the blizzard of 96, and I was caught up in the St. Lawrence County. Beautiful, beautiful place to get caught up in because you can ski all you want if you're into that. But let me tell you, honey, I ended up getting stuck with a book called Almanac of the Dead. Let me tell you, the original people of the earth, we know what's happening right now. We understand it really, really well. We understand the function of the internet as an open portal, to collect energy, to connect. It's not always, like most of the time it's satanic, most of the time it's demonic. Like for the little times that it brings joy, grab it. If you can find joy by watching something positive online, do it. You know, if you can find joy by sharing something positive online, do it. Because most of the time, it will only bring to you, chaos. Most of the time, it will only bring to you sadness by way of other people's deficiencies. Let me give you examples of what I'm saying right now for you to be clear. Like, I remember one time, like I have Facebook pages, and I don't share things that make me sad. But I also have 15,000 friends just on my Facebook pages. You know what I mean? Well, okay, let me see. Maybe 12,000. Just on the accounts. Well, let's count the, oh my God, if I were just to count the pages, I have the groups. You could say that I'm connected with a minimum of 70,000 people because I have groups, I have pages, and I have accounts. So when I'm networking and the news feed is going down, the things that other people share, they require what's on your mind. Okay. So one time, this nigga shares is skinny, 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 ugly, ugly, ugly. I'm telling you, the worst looking human you can ever see. Looking just pale, just terrible looking human. But a nigga shared that. And the nigga was applauding that. And the human, it's capable. And I'm like, what the hell? And this is the difference between a Haitian nigga and an African American nigga. A Haitian nigga would not share that and applaud it. If a Haitian nigga shares that, they're gonna say, "Oh, watch it, I'm scared," they're gonna speak about the human in its function, and that's what's really dangerous about the Haitian niggas, because they have access to the dimensions. They can tell, they know the depth of a human. You see, but at that moment, because I'm connected with so many African American niggers, one of them tempted me. One of them really attacked my vision by way of this little skinny creature. And for him, it's like he's a Christian. He's applauding a wretched human. And this human, if Mother Nature makes a human so skinny, so pale, so ugly, so just unbearable to the eyes, if Mother Nature categorized that human as such, African Americans always want to give that kind of human values. African Americans always want to go against, and when I say African Americans, I'm talking about the nigger part of them. Excuse me, please. I have this is the last day of this cold. I've spent 3 days with it. This is the third day it's gonna go away. Excuse me, y'all. I was under attack this weekend. I'm out of the. I'm out. I've delivered myself. I've freed myself from the attack. But it came in as a cold. It came in as a sinus cold, and it took my balance. It took my balance off. Yeah, I had to really be the woman I am to come out from that power. I don't know. Well, I cannot say that I don't know where it came from. And that's why it took me a little bit to get rid of it, because I couldn't believe it came from where it came from, To continue what I'm saying to you guys. So when I say African American at that moment, I'm talking about the nigger population of the African American population. This nigga shared this human, and he is going against Mother Nature, declaring this human valuable. And the nigga doesn't understand, when he goes, each time he goes against Mother Nature to declare somebody valuable that Mother Nature said is not. Because you have to understand, the nigger is under the Greco-Romano Empire mindset. He's not thinking of Mother Nature. He doesn't honor Mother Nature. He honors whatever he learned from his colonizers, from his master, from the Greco-Romano legacy, the doctrine. That's what he honors. He doesn't honor Mother Nature. So at that moment, for him, he thinks he's doing something great, because he is giving value to a wretched human that Mother Nature discarded. But because he's going against Mother Nature, and so many other people are going against Mother Nature, in that moment, he feels powerful. But in that moment, he shocks me. In that moment, he tempts me. In that moment, he takes energy from me, because in that moment, he exposes my eyes to something so unbelievably ratchet that the awe, the shock that came out of me is what he took from me. Does that make sense to you, who is not very well balanced? Am I still connected to you, who is not very well balanced? Because what I'm explaining is not easy to understand. For the people who live a life banal, when you live a life and you do not account You're living banal. You have to account for every piece of energy that leaves your body, that enters your body. You cannot go into the church and start shouting, going around a group of people. You don't know who's watching for you to be that vulnerable vessel and to jump into you. And at that moment, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, but hey, you don't even know what just ride you. Something just ride you, and you have no idea. It's like having sex with somebody and having no idea who just fucked you. All you know is you just got ran through. And that's exactly what it is. Do not get it twisted. Do not. People want to excuse because they link it to their religious beliefs. They want to excuse the type of, the way that they are relaxed and the way that they allow forces to ride them. They want to excuse the fact that they do it by saying, well, it's my religion. Well, religion gives you a gang, but it doesn't say, go jump in the sea with no life vest. You know what I mean? Religion can only protect you, but so much. Like, religion doesn't say go jump in a volcano. It does give you a gang affiliation, but it doesn't give you, it gives you the illusion that you could override Mother Nature's classification, but it doesn't give you much more. And whatever power the group exercises, it may last, but it cannot last against Mother Nature. It may last to show humans or to defy other humans, but it may not last to defy Mother Nature. It's very simple and not easy to understand because most minds are not simple. So at this moment, when I read that book, to go back in that example, that book that I read, it really gave me confirmation that there are, like, we the original people, we are still here and we are still connected to each other. And the world of the internet, the world of online world, social media, the internet, it's connecting us in ways that we could never imagine, but it's also connecting us to where we are destroying each other. On the majority platform, that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. It's a matter of access. The people who are vibrating on higher levels, I'm not sure that they have that access or that they seek it or that they want to manifest through it. But you see the lower performing energies, and the lower performing energies, they group up on the internet, and that's the danger. The low performing energies, they assemble around. That's the danger. Because the virtual world then becomes a world where it's dominated by low energy assembled together. So it's like pockets. It's like potholes, pockets of potholes. And for you who may be on the righteous, and righteous may not be the right word, because righteous to you may just be destructive. But in this season, righteous means that you're on the side of Mother Nature, that you protect Mother Nature, that you respect Mother Nature, meaning you respect Mother Nature's most valuable creation, humanity. We don't create ourselves, Mother Nature creates us. Because she's a mother, because she's powerful. And so, relation community right now is a perfect example of how niggas are using the internet to destroy one another, to declare warfare with one another. Like, Haitians are dying here on the internet, hexing each other by the airwaves, dog, because they have access to the other dimension. They are using the internet to send you hex, dog. Yo, somebody even sent me something, yo. Somebody, yo, son. I was doing a live with the Haitian community, and it was right around Haitian Friday, and I was doing a lecture on the death of Dessalines, the father of American freedom. And then I was going into, because it was a setup, it was a plot that was carried out against him, a plot that lasted years to take him down, to diminish his administration's credibility, to play him around, to rearrange colors to make it a matter to disturb and disrupt his way. And so while I was doing the lecture, I came upon the names of the people who have plotted against him, because Haitians, we are still living in a world where life is real. It's all about your family, your bloodline, who's connected to who, how. Just like they do it in the Illuminati. I'm telling you, somebody knows what you know. And I know who taught it to them. I know who taught the Illuminati what you know. I know which Haitian priest did it, y'all. I know a few things or two. I don't know a lot. So, as I'm doing the lecture, I come across the names of the traitors. And lo and behold, I speak out loud. Lo and behold, I pause on a name or two, because I may have known or may have come into contact or may have mistakenly networked that way, Let me tell you something. It wasn't even 1 o'clock in the morning. They sent me a freaking message, guys. Yo, these cats came on my deck, dog. And they were tearing shit up. They even poisoned my plants on my deck, because I eat my plants on my deck. And they did it thinking I was going to be slacking, that I would not think nothing of what they did. These niggas came on my deck and they caused a wreck. They were like, oh, cats, these little humans transform into cats came on my deck to wreck shit up, dog. Yo, they wreck shit up. They even knock on my freaking back door now. Noise and everything. They wrecked the deck. When I woke up in the morning, hell yeah, I had to deal with all of that damages. And that was the result of me opening my mouth about that situation. I kid you not. They sent me a message. What? These Haitians on the internet in that play, dog. They use this internet to cause warfare. Yo, son, I could not believe I'm still with my mouth open. Let me tell you. I grabbed my line. The minute I grabbed the pistol, they dashed the hell off. How did they know? I was in complete darkness. And I just went and grabbed my gun. And after I grabbed my gun, with the other hand, I tried to go live. I was doing too much at the same time. The minute that I grabbed the gun, they already ran. How did they know the gun was coming? How did they know? They ran. They dashed the hell out of there. These were not regular cats. Are you serious if you think they were? Well, naive you, I'm no longer you. Thank God. These were not cats. These niggas sent me a message. It was clear. There was no mistake about it. And the fact that I didn't go down, it just means, it's just an attestation of who I am. Otherwise, oh hell yeah, they would have caused much damage to me that time. Hey, this is real Yo, it's so much warfare. It's like, look at the Haitian community right now. They are sending hexes left and right. Using the internet. These people are hexing each other. My own niggas, y'all. And I'm telling you, they're the worst of niggas because they know the death of the human. They will test the death of you. I'm telling you. They will summon your soul, honey. For you who is living reckless, for you who is attacking somebody else who don't attack you, you might meet a Haitian, like a stupid Haitian, like a nigga Haitian child. Woo! The Haitian nigga right now is a prime example of manifesting destruction on the next level, because they got access. They got access, and they're using it to shake each other down. And I'm telling you, I had a recent visit. I spoke about it. Why not? You're not gonna come on my porch and cause a mess. I had to wake up the next day and I couldn't clean up like just a regular cleanup. This was like the devil came on my fucking porch. Like if I went and started cleaning up with my bare hands, I would not even be standing here right now to speak to you. These niggas came to take me with them. And they couldn't carry the package. Fuck y'all. You couldn't carry this package. next time, you need to come with 100,000 more, and I light you niggas' ass on fire on my porch. That's a disrespectful thing to do to me because of my position. So the person who did that knows it was disrespectful to do that to me, to come on my porch and cause all that mess and all that ruckus. They know it was disrespectful, but they did it to be disrespectful. They did it to test me. They did it to disturb me. And this is the last day of this cold that I have. And that's another entity that came to disturb me. This is how I got this cold. And this entity, this is another Haitian entity. I'm telling you, the Haitians are using the internet to wreck one another. And I've already gotten attacked. I'm only still here because I'm new. And I have heard stories of others who could not stay up like I'm up right now. You know, it's not a game for the Haitians. This internet is real energy shaped for them. Like, I know that a lot of African American niggas, they think the internet is a game, that where you laugh and you... But for the Haitian niggas, they're using it to control shit that they've never been able to control before. Because it's the airways. This is airways. You can reach anybody. Anybody who's available. Because what you have to understand, not everybody's available. I'm not available for you to reach me. You know, like the person who texted me this weekend, that person was very close to me. That's the only way he could do it. You know what I mean? So in this moment, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I have to speak on it, because if I don't speak on it, then the people who are doing it, they're going to keep thinking that no one understands that they're using the internet to cause warfare. You're using the internet to attack one another, to destroy a community, to destroy other people with whom they may not agree, other people with whom they may have dispute. Like, I have to let you know that I can see what you're doing. I have to let you know that I did receive your visit. I have to let you know that I know and you know that when you came on my porch and you left, you did not go home the same. Things have not been the same for you. Okay? So for the Haitian niggas, it's really a matter of real life, because whatever harm they bring to you in the virtual world, it will manifest in the physical world. It's not gonna be left as a virtual attack. Do you people understand like how devastating and how destructive that is? Because at the same time, they could be using their collective power together against one goal, or towards, not against, towards one goal. But they don't have, they're such niggers, they don't have the logic. They're not tapping. They're tapping into the dimension, but they're tapping into it to fulfill hunger, to become valid. Like, their objective is not collective. It's for individual gain. It's for individual purpose. It's for individual enrichment. So, for as long as it remains for individual enrichment, there goes the Haitian energy. It's a virtual mess. It's a virtual waste. It's a virtual rubbish. It's trash. Because it's not fulfilling a communal goal. It's not realizing a communal reality. It's actually taking down the Haitian identity. You know? Yeah, this is real. Virtual warfare has become the popular thing right now. You know, like, it's real. And maybe the people are just mimicking what mainstream media does to the people in general. And whatever mainstream media does to a million people, they're doing it to 3, 4, 5. So it's real right now. This is real stuff. As for me, I will keep doing my work. I will not be intimidated by the virtual attacks, by the by the hexes, because I've gotten hexed quite a few times since I've been doing live in the Haitian community, since I've been exercising my leadership to guide members of my community away from niggerhood. Since I've been doing that, I've gotten hexed, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm strong enough to do it. So the job that I do as a leader is not easy because I'm dealing with real demonic forces. I'm dealing with real people who know how to use the dimensions to shake each other down. You know what I mean? This is the type of shit that you see on a bigger scale, You see it on a bigger scale. You see it more like religious leaders do it, Like, it's not surprising when I see Farrakhan do it to his followers. It's not surprising when I see how, even posthumously, Martin Luther King, the ghost, the people are still hexed under that tripping, that was a trip. The people are still tripping with that. So it's not surprising when you see it manifest in the niggers in that way, in the African American sense. But when it's in the Haitian nigger sense, you got to be careful. Just like the big leaders, they make it count in your real life. The Haitians do it, and they do it on a small scale. They will hex you in the quickness. I'm telling you, their secret society came to dance. Like in the Haitian community, we have plenty of secret societies. That's how the Illuminati is copying us. That's our tradition. We got to have secret societies. Without secret society, there's nobody to balance government. There's nobody to balance criminals. There's nobody to balance other demons. You cannot let demons run without any accountability. So in the Haitian community, secret societies do it. They do it to balance life, And so, in that sense, I'm very careful. But I don't back down from my job just because I know a few demons are out there. Because they can't come to me. They can't reach me. They can try, though. And when they try, whatever human bodies they occupy to carry out that attack, I'm going to take down that human vessel. I'm going to take down that vessel. Yeah, you can't really attack me that way. And they learned it because I had quite a few Haitians text me over the past few weeks. And they've all learned that I'm protected by the divine power of Mother Nature, of the universe. Like, we Haitians, we understand the powers of the universe. They're not all the same. Like, the power that protects me is the super divine power. It's the power, it's God. It's God. It's Mother Nature. It's pure. It's so pure. Like, I'm the Alpha, I'm the Omega, baby. I'm the combination of all the positive things, of all the good things, like all the hierarchy angels, all of them, they watch over me because I'm the bloodline. I'm that original bloodline. If they let me go, then they let go of humanity. So when the Haitians came to attack me, I did not know it, but my protectors, they knew it. Like, and that's how you exist on multidimensional planes. And it's not something that everybody does. You got to have that original bloodline to be able to understand the dimensions and exist in all of them. I'll give you an example before I go. Okay, and this is what the Haitians are doing right now. And because most Haitians exist in so many dimensions, let's say you do something to somebody here on this earth, and the Haitian will be like, oh, you're so smart, you think you can just, that's what they're doing to each other. And the Haitian is going to be like, oh, you think you can disrespect me? Okay. So what the Haitian will do, right, is they will call your spirit unbeknownst to you. They will go into the dimension where they can call your spirit. They will command your spirit to come to them. And they can beat your spirit at the moment. They can do anything to you at that moment. But it's because not everybody has strength enough not to be summoned. Once they summon you and you go, you're done. They will do to you anything they want in that moment. anything. This is real talk this morning. They will do it to you, honey. You have to know when they summon you, don't go. Your spirit has to protect your spirit to understand when they summon you, don't go. Because if you're just living a reckless life and you're not paying attention, a baby can summon you. It's not about job, you know. Like for the Haitian niggers, they have been wanting to bypass law, man-made law and order. And this is how they bypass man-made law and order. Just using the world, the dimensions to carry out their own justice, to carry out their own processes of law and order. You know, they summon you into their own court and be like, what the hell did you say to me? What the hell did you do to me? What the hell you going around doing? And at that moment, if you cannot answer, or if you cannot just not come, not appear in that court, do not fucking go in that court. When you are summoned by a Haitian, don't go. Don't answer that call. You know, don't answer it. You know what I mean? Don't. It's not a call worth answering because you lose. And if you're going to answer it, make sure you have 1,000,000 people backing you down. And I'm not talking about humans. Make sure you have 1,000,000 dead motherfuckers just like you going into that court with them. Otherwise, you will get destroyed. Like, this is real stuff right now. This is amazing, guys. Like, for most people, like, most African Americans are stuck in one dimension. And that's the pity. It's so sad. It is sad. When a person is stuck in one dimension, it's sad. And it's just, oh, me, I'm a child of Jesus. The Bible tells me so. But even the Bible lets you in other dimensions. But with the African American, because they are stuck in one dimension and only Jesus is the gateway, when they go into the dimensions of the Bible, they are restricted with the Greco-Romano mindset. Like, it's like no matter how deep they go into the Bible, they will never reach anything else. No matter how deep they go into the Quran, they will never reach anything beyond what the Judeo-Christian mindset or what the Greco-Romano mindset, because the Quran is the Judeo-Christian mindset. The Bible is the Greco-Romano mindset. So even for the African American who claims religion and who claims spirituality, for as long as they are in that African American mindset, they will not be able to reach the depth of the Bible or the Quran. Because when you're looking at the Bible, there is all the magic you need. If you want to exist as a real human, to manifest, you will know the difference between what's true and what's just pure magic, pure demonic magic, pure like calling into other dimensions, calling into demonic spirits, calling into other type of spirits that may be considered positive. That's all it is. All of these books are reaching into the spiritual world, into the different dimensions, the different gods, the different entities, the different beings of the different worlds. You know? So, just because you are limited doesn't mean, and like I said before, just because you don't go to the mall, it doesn't mean the mall wasn't open. And just because you are limited, it doesn't mean that the dimensions do not exist. Just because you are limited, that's you. You are limited. You have to understand that's your limitation. Other humans may not have your limitations. And the worst of it is that the African American nigger in its manifestation, he and she wants everybody to have their limitations, to be limited just like them, to be binded by the blood of Jesus just like them, to be restricted just like them. But even the European nigger is reaching for light, for light. It's calling it Illuminati. This is the Illuminati cult and rituals. Most of them don't belong to their cult. They've taken it from my culture. They've run with it. And a lot of it that they've run with, when you see it, you can tell they don't fully understand it. So that's how come I know they can fuck with me. Because when you're looking at their rituals, you see the limitations of what they're delving into. Like, yeah, they are reaching and they're working with some devils. But those devils, they're not the baddest motherfuckers. I reach the baddest motherfuckers. I do. Not them. Like the type of devils, like I'll give you a very simple example. Like when I look at witches like the Kardashians, I'm not a witch. But when I look at those witches, I laugh. They would not be able to survive 5 seconds. Like even in the Haitian virtual warfare right now that's happening, they would not be able to survive 1 second, dog. But they are flourishing with the niggas. They are riding on top of the nigga wave of nigga energy. But let me tell you, with the Haitians, if they came in the Haitian and they had to face the type of energy warfare, they would not survive as witches. They will survive right now as public figures, as celebrities that the African Americans already made. It's the African Americans who make the demons that eat them. It's them who create their own demons that eat them. So that demon is created, that demon is marketed to niggas all over the world. So the Haitian niggas, they are subdued. But if the Kardashian witches was to come as witches, they would not survive 2 seconds as witches. Not as already, subdued or already. No, as witches, they would not survive 30 seconds. That's how low level they are. But because they are using the energy wave of niggers, they ride on all the R's, they ride on all the posts, they ride, like that's how they strive. Every time you talk about them, every time you manifest anything from them, they really collect all that energy. That energy doesn't go to waste. That energy is carefully and always collected. And if you're not aware of that, it's because you don't want to be, because you don't want to be accountable for what you dish, because you want to be reckless. That's how it is. That's how it is. Question about it, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah, so today I'm on my feet, but I spent the whole weekend under attack. There's a spiritual warfare happening. It's an energy warfare with the Haitians. Anywho, I am still breathing my hair. I thought I would do at least done the first half. I'm not. Yeah. I'm going to finish this and then go back to focusing on 100%. Just want to share a little bit. Because the people who are doing this, they may not, I'm speaking about it because I want everybody to be aware of what you're doing. Because a lot of times people think others don't see the underhanded destruction because it's underhanded. But because it's underhanded is why I speak about it. So people who are not wise, so they can at least collect a little wisdom. Collect a little wisdom. Watch your energy. Instead of you spending time worshipping somebody else, watch your energy. Watch what you say to who you say it. Watch who you attack. Watch who you hurt. Watch who you damage. Because it's coming back to you. And if it doesn't come back to you, like the right person will send it to your kids, the right person will send it to your job, the right person will send it to your children, to your wife or your husband. It's real out there. Like I said, I spent the whole weekend in my job. And I was hexed a few times already. So this is real. And I'm just doing community work. I'm just educating niggas. I'm sharing important stuff. I'm speaking to my community. I'm taking my stand as a leader. I'm not allowing my community to be one-sided. There's just negative that's winning. I'm that force that's standing out and I'm saying I count. My voice counts. Well, I'm counting. And so when I do that, it is a problem for the people who strive on the negativity to collect a paycheck, to market their business, to market. Because it's marketing destruction. So for the people who are marketing destruction, my presence is not welcome. My presence is not welcome. But my presence is needed. It's needed because if I'm not around in that community, is in balance. So I'm the soul, I'm the being, I'm the entity which balances my community. When everything goes negative, I'm the anchor that's on the other side of the pole, and nothing can sink because I'm sitting on the other side of the pole as a force of positivity, as a force reflecting Mother Nature's light. And it's not a conquerable force, it's not a force you can take. So relax, you don't even have to go try. Just relax, you're gonna waste, well, you're gonna waste your energy, it's gonna come to me. Well, go ahead then, go ahead and do it, 'cause, I can't tell you what not to do, you're grown. You are grown woman, you can do whatever you want. Have a great day, everybody. I really enjoyed sharing this book. This was worth it. I believe this was worth the share. Because so many people are going around the internet reckless. Reckless. Like, and the Haitian community is showing the manifestation of energy on the internet. Like, you come to somebody today and you say some stupid shit. Tonight, they're dancing on your porch. I told you how they came to dance on my porch. Because of something I revealed. And they've killed each other using the energy from the internet. They've made each other sick. They've done a lot. They've caused a lot of damage to each other using the internet. Because to them, this is the best shit that was ever invented, because these people were